Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take time to love and align with my center. And this is a repeat as often as you need kind of day. We have our grand trine air energy happening today. So we have this with the sun in Libra, hopefully helping us find balance in our center, but could aid in a little penduluming this way and that way. We have the sun trining both Uranus and Pluto. Now, the exact trines do not happen till later in the day, but I guarantee you're going to feel it. You may see it. Sometimes when we have strong wind energy, we have strong wind energy out there. So you may experience that. I think we have like possibility of tornadoes have been popping up in my feed. So strong winds, right? The energy can also be very electric and also very frenetic in this energy. So again, taking time early and often to love on your center, to feel that feeling of being grounded in yourself, in your physical body, and not just worrying about up here, because the mental energy is going to be off the hook. In fact, you may even enjoy it. If you're a very mental person, you're like, oh my goodness, all these ideas, blah, blah, blah. And it might feel really exciting to you. It may also feel a little nutty professor to you if you know that reference. So really strong energies. Now, this air energy and Uranus and Pluto, it is meant to bring about change and shift. And so hopefully there are some good ideas flying about for you in that. It also doesn't mean that you must take that action right now. We also, though, have some other interesting energies. In addition to this grand trine, we have a kite. Let's go fly a kite formation, which can be very inspiring. But this has the sun and Neptune in an opposition. Opposition is always an interesting energy because it can be willing to work together, or it can be a little bit of a tug of war. We're waking up into this opposition. It's happening very early in the day. So we've got sun in Libra, Neptune in, I want to say Pisces, but it's not. It's Aries. Neptune in Aries energy that's forming this opposition. And anytime we have Aries and Libra, there can be some of the me and the we energies. But it's interesting because Neptune in Aries is like, stop worrying about the we. Who are you? Figure that out, and the we stuff will figure it out along the way. But I think where our challenge might be, where our tug of war energy may be, is learning to settle into ourselves, take care of ourselves, and not worry about everything outside, not trying to create peace or anything else outside of ourselves. It's very easy in these times to become very distracted by everything outside of yourself, but that's going to be a distraction. The real work is going to be the internal work. So keep that in mind for today. Now also, anytime we have the sun and Neptune engaged, especially with zero energy, it can be foggy and confusing, and the fog might be just that there's so much information coming at you. So again, breathing, centering will be very helpful. Now, we also have some interesting Mars energy. As of later in the day, we will have Mars hitting 1 degree, moving past that 0. So Mars, again, is kind of maybe keeping us a little bit more quiet, a little tired as it's hanging out at the 0 energy. But it's building to an inconjunct with Uranus, and it's building to a square with Pluto, and especially that square with Pluto. This energy is really interesting because this energy is fixed. So while the air energy may want to help you change and shift, the fixed energy might show you where you're stuck and frustrated. So Mars and Scorpio could show you where you're frustrated about your fears, where you're frustrated that you have these desires and you don't know how to activate them, all kinds of energies that may be arising. Now I'm going to talk about more of that in tomorrow's scope, but just realize that might be under the surface. And Mars today is also making an inconjunct, not seeing eye to eye, with Neptune at 0. And so you may be frustrated about paths that you've taken that maybe weren't your idea, didn't align with truly who you were. You may feel frustrated that you're trying your best to be you, but it doesn't feel like respected by the world, the universe, anything like that. All kinds of weird stuff between your desire and how you want to move and then how things are unfolding are kind of up in the air and up in the energy today. So we have that layer. And then one more layer just to throw in there, because why not? We also have the moon in Libra, trying to help us stay balanced and in our flow, but the moon in Libra is also going to be squaring Jupiter in Cancer, which brings more water energy and maybe some emotions and frustration. We have a square, so it might be some frustration energies. Your best bet in the Libra, trying to find the harmony, is again presence with these energies and not trying to outrun them or even trying to make them pretty. You don't have to make them pretty. It's okay to feel these weird and wonky things, and sometimes the beauty that you create, this may not look beautiful to you, but it's art. My dancing is art. There is beauty in it, okay? There is beauty in that. So trust in this energy that's wanting to move in and through. I have the best card from Journey of Love for this energy, but let's start here. And the top of the cards is the stress card. Take your monkey out for a walk. And this card has this dude doing way too much stuff. And that can be that Grand Trine air energy, trying to do everything at once, multitasking, and like, you know how they have those pictures of people with like multiple arms? Oh, does he have multiple arms? He does have multiple arms in this. Or no, yeah, he does. He, she, whatever. They can be whatever you want them to be. But multiple arms are happening here. We are not like that with humans. Take your monkey out for a walk, put down the fire, put down the trombone. You don't need to be doing all of that. Your work is becoming more of you and sharing that light. I love the Queen of Wands. This is one of my all-time favorite cards. We do have this in reverse, so there might be some worth issues. Libra energies can show us worthiness issues, that we don't feel like we're enough and we have to provide more. And I think that's part of the society that we live in. Universe is asking us, slow down, be steady, and what you produce in due time is perfect and wonderful. So trusting in that. We also have the postponement card. And this is like looking towards these dreams that we want. So like I said, we may be feeling frustrated that these dreams have not happened. Our final card is the Hierophant. In this deck, it's called the Nothingness card, but this is a card of divine order, and I've seen that a lot of these things do happen in divine timing. So just be aware of that if you're feeling that frustration, and meanwhile, what are the steps that you can take towards that dream? Realizing that dream, or even just, again, utilizing your illusion and daydreaming to call in that dream energy or whatever. So we have the breaking, which is very on point with this Uranus and Pluto energy. Like I said, both are superhero planetary agents of change, and in meeting with the sun, which is newly out of this eclipse energy, there is change happening. And so this is why we want to find our alignment with it. But let's read this. You're breaking apart. You might not understand it all. There is not so much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean that it's easy to endure. You may worry that you're going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? You could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, then dive into the storm. Let yourself be broken-hearted, broken open by the divine, so that you can become your truth, become all that you're meant to be. It's better to have the heart broken so that it grows than to be broken-hearted by thinking you must protect yourself from love. This oracle brings compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness, anger, despair, or frustration you may feel, you are being pulled apart not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which would keep you from your divine realization. Let go and break. It will be the making of you. So that's a really powerful card, and these energies are a bit like that energy. So you can be aware there may be a lot of aggro energy, a lot of grumpy energy, and a lot of lack of focus. So your awareness around whatever will help you in these times. You can also find some awareness by booking a reading, booking a clearing. Reach out if you would like some support. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong. And know you can trust your process. And again, I'm hearing, remember who you are. That energy is up strong in this still. So, namaste.